Success is not measured by what a man accomplishes, but by the opposition he has encountered and the courage with which he has maintained the struggle against overwhelming odds. The improvement of our way of life is more important than the spreading of it. If we make it satisfactory enough, it will spread automatically. If we do not, no strength of arms can permanently oppose it. Life is a culmination of the past, an awareness of the present, an indication of a future beyond knowledge, the quality that gives a touch of divinity to matter. Whether outwardly or inwardly, whether in space or time, the farther we penetrate the unknown, the vaster and more marvelous it becomes. The essence of life, I concluded, did not lie in the material. It penetrated, but was not bound to, the physical world of science. If we can combine our knowledge of science with the wisdom of wildness, if we can nurture civilization through roots in the primitive, man's potentialities, man must feel the earth to know himself and recognize his values. God made life simple. It is man who complicates it. Man is a mixture of desires that extend beyond his knowledge and often result in action conflicting with rationality. Life is like a landscape. You live in the midst of it, but can describe it only from the vantage point of distance. I live only in the moment in this strange, unmortal space, crowded with beauty, pierced with danger. If one took no chances, one would not fly at all. Safety lies in the judgment of the chances one takes. I don't believe in taking unnecessary risks, but a life without risk isn't worth living. A certain amount of danger is essential to the quality of life. I learned that danger is relative, and the inexperience can be a magnifying glass. Life without risks is not worth living. I believe the risks I take are justified by the sheer love of the life I lead. Ideas are like seeds, apparently insignificant when first held in the hand. Once firmly planted, they can grow and flower into almost anything at all: a corn stalk, or a giant redwood, or a flight across the ocean. Whatever a man imagines, he can achieve. How long can men thrive between walls of brick, walking on asphalt pavements, breathing the fumes of coal and of oil, growing, working, dying, with hardly a thought of wind and sky and fields of grain, seeing only machine-made beauty? The mineral-like quality of life. I believe that for permanent survival, man must balance science with other qualities of life, qualities of body and spirit as well as those of mind, qualities he cannot develop when he lets mechanics and luxury insulate him too greatly from the earth to which he was born. As civilization advances, man grows unconscious of the primitive elements of life. He is separated from them by his perfection of material techniques. Sometimes, flying feels too godlike to be attained by man. Sometimes, the world from above seems too beautiful, too wonderful, too distant for human eyes to see. I realized that the future of aviation, to which I had devoted so much of my life, depended less on the perfection of aircraft than on preserving the epic evolved environment of life, and that this was true of all technological progress. If I were entering adulthood now instead of in the environment of 50 years ago, I would choose a career that kept me in touch with nature more than science. ... Too few natural areas remain, both by intent and by indifference. We have insulated ourselves from the wilderness that produced us. Our emphasis on science has resulted in an alarming rise in world populations. The demand and ever-increasing emphasis of science to improve their standards and maintain their vigor. I have been forced to that an overemphasis of science weakens character and upsets life's essential balance. Living in dreams of yesterday, we find ourselves still dreaming of impossible future conquests. I don't believe in taking foolish chances, but nothing can be accomplished if we don't take any chances at all. And if at times you renounce experience and mind's heavy logic, it seems that the world has rushed along on its orbit, leaving you alone flying above a forgotten cloud bank, somewhere in the solitude of interstellar space. I grow aware of various forms of man and of myself. I am form and I am formless. I am life and I am matter, mortal and immortal. I am one and many, myself and humanity in flux. Life's values originate in circumstances over which the individual has no control. God made life simple. It is man who complicates it. Without death, there would be no awareness of life, and the recurring selection and renewal that has caused life's progress would be ended.